Welcome back to another video about the Disastrovan project. In this video, I talk about my all-in-one Pelican kitchen mess kit that has everything that I need for breakfast, lunch, and dinner preparation. This thing has it all. Silverware, my pots and pans, my coffee, my stoves, everything that I need. It's waterproof, dustproof, crush-proof. It has wheels and handles, and even a telescoping handle if you need that, and it's robust enough that you can use it as an extra seat whenever you need. Comfy AF, baby. So real quick, why did I choose a Pelican case for this kit? I have worked in media for years, and I've always kept my gear in hard cases as to protect them from the elements. I eventually upgraded my Pelican 1510 to the Pelican Air, which is 40% lighter, and all of a sudden I had an extra Pelican case that I could do whatever I wanted to with it. So you could do this kitchen mod with any hard case really, but what's nice about the Pelican case is Pelican does make an overhead organizer with just a few screws, and you're in business. And this is me putting those screws in. I recently released a video showing the entire kit that I have that includes not only the Pelican, but a Coleman stove and ladders. And I ended up getting some really weird comments like, that's a lot of work for a snack. And, well, what if it rains? Well, then I just cook in the rain. I live in the Pacific Northwest, hence the name of the channel, P&W DIY, where it rains 8 months out of the year here. The vast majority of the clothes that I have are situated for wet weather, as well as my stove. This is the Jetboil Minimo. I can cook in this in rain and snow, in the desert, in the mountains. Doesn't really matter where. The boil time on this is about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. It's just an incredibly robust piece of gear. So for me, cooking out in the rain, even if you're, just making a cup of tea, really isn't that bad for me. So yeah, I mean, honestly, you're spending more time at the pump than you would be actually taking this thing apart and putting it back together. And I mean, what do you got that's so important with your time? Do you got business meetings you need to attend to? You're hanging out in your van. Take time for yourself. Take time for your food prep and everything. And that's what this piece of kit is for. It's for any weather, no matter what I face. And I think it actually does really, really well in the rain, in the snow, in the desert, in the mountains, and everything in between. Here's a cup of tea. Hell yeah. Okay, so it probably should be mentioned that I do have an awning on the side of my van, so I can go outside and cook under cover. I just choose to not cook in my van because I don't want to add excess moisture into my vehicle. So now that I'm done talking, let me talk some more and tell you everything that's inside of the Pelican case, starting with the Jetboil that I just talked about, but I didn't make mention of. I do take this on backpacking trips. It's lightweight enough, robust enough. This serves a multi-purpose as a stove, as both a van adventure stove as well as an outdoor backpacking adventure stove, so multi-function. I recently just put up a video about the GSI Outdoors Infinity Backpacker Mug. Check out that video if you're so inclined. I love this thing. It's one of my favorite pieces of gear that I have. Polypropylene, practically indestructible. I use it both as a cup for water and tea and coffee, as well as a bowl for food. It is a practical, wonderful, cheap piece of gear. Sticking to the GSI family, this is one of the newest additions that I've picked up. This is the 30-ounce Java press for my wonderful coffee addiction that I have. Also, I am not affiliated with GSI at all. I just have a lot of their stuff because I find it to be good, cheap, durable, outdoor cookware gear stuff. Speaking of coffee, here is a little mason jar, ball jar filled with Middle Fork Coffee Roaster coffee. Highly recommend checking them out. Calphalon is a company that makes incredible products. They have lifetime warranties. They will last your life if you treat them well, both as a pot and a pan variety. We use these all of the time on every trip. Highly recommend them. Here is a wonderful cheap metal spatula. Can't say much else about it. It's great. I used to use these MSR deep dish plate and bowl set as our plate and bowls, but as you can tell from the high walls that it has, they didn't sink into each other, but they are excellent as a dishwashing station setup for your kitchen kit. These are the newest additions, the GSI Enamel Bowls, MSR metal plates, and GSI plastic plates. They all sink into each other, and I can't wait to get more use out of them. Wahoo McDaniels. The Coleman utensil wrap is baller.net. This thing makes carrying utensils super easy. I have a mini whisk, I have a steak knife, utensils, and mini silicone tongs. And all you have to do is just wrap it back up in this neat organized little spiral, give it a tie, and there is your utensils. This is one of my absolute favorite pieces of gear. This is the Sawyer water filter. I take this on backpacking trips. Every adventure that I go on, it removes 99.9% of protozoa, and with it I have two ever-new 2-liter bags. Extremely lightweight. I have one for dirty water, and you guessed it, the other one for clean water. I'm able to make a gravity feed water purifying set so the dirty water goes through the filter and down into the clean water bag, so when I'm doing something like setting up camp, I can actually have the system create clean water while I set up. A large GSI cutting board. It's large, it's flexible, it's lightweight. It's a cutting board. You cut stuff on it. Some of my favorite just add water meals from Backpacker's Pantry in case I'm feeling really lazy and just want to add water to eat, you know. I've got a 2-ounce non-spillable Nalgene container that contains coconut oil as the oil for cooking, as well as skincare, you know, sunburn stuff. Woo! Compactor sacks are super durable, antimicrobial. Yeah, they're great. And finally, a hot pad that doubles as a Muppet. Now that we're finished talking about the larger pieces of gear, let's talk lid organizer, starting off with the MSR Chef's Knife. This is a nice, sharp, lightweight, durable knife, and it does come with a protective sheath, which I really do appreciate. I can't recommend this enough. It's the, one knife that I have for prep work. I also have this Light My Fire spoon fork knife combo. This is more of a backup, but it actually works really well to be able to stir things while you're cooking. Next, we're going to go to everybody's favorite. This is the Camp Chores, starting off with a bag of garbage bags, pretty self-explanatory. These are some scrapers for when you are cleaning dishes. This is a GSI product. On one side, it's good flexible silicone. On the other is a bit more of a harder plastic. Combination of those two should be able to get up what you need to when you're scraping pans. And if that doesn't do it, then the MSR hard bristle brush thing will. And it's nice, it's got grips on the sides so you can scrub to your heart's content. Both of these work well. They make cleanup almost fun. This is my fire starting kit. It has stormproof matches on the inside, which are awesome. The striker is located on the outside of the bottle. Inside, I have more Sweet Fire fire starter, and I also have 3 pieces of gaff tape if you need emergency gaff tape for some reason. Wet Ones antimicrobial disinfectant wipes. I have a tiny ultralight bottle filled with Sea to Summit Wilderness soap, which is biodegradable and concentrated. A little bit of this in some water is enough to be able to wash your dishes, so not bad. And finally, I have the Katadyn chlorine tabs, basically. These are wonderful for purifying water in case your water source may have suspected viral contaminants, so great emergency stuff. Moving on to the beverages, starting off with a 2-ounce Nalgene bottle of Mount Hagen's coffee. Now, Mount Hagen's is the cheapest, best-tasting coffee that I've tried. Emphasis on cheapest, best-tasting. It comes down to about 20 cents per serving. Organic, not bad for the taste and for the price, but yeah, Mount Hagen's coffee, baby. Speaking of coffee, we're going to go on the other side of the fence for the best tasting instant coffee I've ever had. This is Voila. This breaks down to about $3.50 per cup. I've taken this everywhere on every adventure that I've ever gone on. I really love this stuff. Check them out. Highly recommend it. And now for the hot teas. In filming this, I realized that I need to really replenish my hot teas because I just kind of have the stuff that I usually don't drink. But speaking of tea, here is the cold water instant teas. You could do this hot if you wanted to as well. A couple different flavors, mango and then gray. I highly recommend these as well. Nice to be able to add a little flavor to your life. And speaking of beverages, here's not beverages with the ginger chews. These are wonderful for motion sickness or vertigo, and they taste great too. All right, going to some utilities. This is the MSR Pocket Rocket 2. Get the laughter out of your system. It's okay. It's lightweight. It's versatile. The arms extend out and flatten to be able to hold any pot and pan that you may have. It has a fuel regulator. It is a fantastic addition to the kit alongside of the TOAKS Titanium 750 milliliter pot cup combo thing. You can cook with this, you can drink with it, it weighs next to nothing. Wonderful to have as a backup to the Jetboil. Oh yeah. Do you believe in lighters? I do. I do. Next is going to be some Noon Hydration tabs. These are fantastic. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I typically don't get the energy ones because I like to be able to have my electrolytes without caffeine, but these should provide a good jolt for the times that I need hydration and caffeine. Here is a 1 ounce Nalgene container that contains Dr. Bronner's Super Ultra Concentrated Soap. Just a little bit of this makes hand washing and showering and all that kind of stuff super good. And this is my favorite tiny multi-tool. Oh man, I've got to write up on my blog about this. It is my favorite. I have a few of them. It all goes with me everywhere. The pliers are so finely machined that you can actually use these as tweezers, as well as it has a variety of different tools, including flathead and Phillips screwdriver heads that I've used to repair things. It's smaller than a lighter. Oh man, look at it. It's so cute and functional, you know? Woo! Herbs and spices are an important consideration, and Yellowbird jalapeno condiment sauce is just like the Yellowbird habanero condiment sauce, except it's made of jalapenos. It's great. Salt and pepper in 1 ounce Nalgene containers. You know what to do. You put it on your food. Speaking of food, freeze-dried vegetables. These are wonderful to add just a little bit of extra veggie to whatever it is you might be eating. If it's just add water meals like the pad thai we had up in the mountains, adding a little bit of vegetable content in here, buddy, not buddy. And finally, freeze-dried strawberries. I know these don't really look appealing at all, but man, adding them to your oatmeal in the morning, oh, it is lovely. And I got a little moisture-grabbing packet in there so they don't get weird. But yeah, that's it for the top container bit. I'm going to put everything back really fast. The top organizer by Pelican just is able to hold a lot of stuff. A lot of functional stuff that I use on a daily basis. It keeps everything organized, neat, and orderly, and I'm able to also see everything in front of me so I can grab whatever I need and not need to search for it as hard. And there you have it. What a wonderful piece of kit. This is my Pelican all-in-one kitchen mess kit extraordinary box thing. It's waterproof, crushproof, dustproof. Oh man, I love this. I hope you love it too. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see ya on the next one. The Coleman utensil wrap is baller.net. This thing makes carrying utensils super easy. I've got a mini whisk in there, steak knife utensils, and a silicone grippy grappy thingy. Tongs. That's it.